Hello, people, guys, all around the world, my people in America, UK, Canada, Germany, Jamaica, United Arab Emirates, and any other part of the world. Welcome and welcome, good. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is the Pioneering YouTube channel, and I am underscore priceless coming to you live and direct from Abuja, Nigeria, West Africa. To my wonderful first timers, guys, welcome. Yes, and to our loyal, ebullient, articulate, intelligent, smart, dare getters, go getters, and followers, subscribers, guys, thank you for always coming back to watch the content. Thank you for never giving up on us. Thank you for always engaging with the content. Thank you for always taking out your time out of your start schedules to watch each and every one of our content from the very first seconds of the content till the last seconds, of the content, encompassing all of the minutes. Guys, I love each and every one of you as the title so chase how Marwa was, you know, chased out of his Argentinian in-laws house. Guys, sometimes it baffles me, and like used to say, or like I've been observing right from the moment the team toxicity became so, a dominant force trying to overshadow the voices of team positivity, with which they felt. And I told us that God is exceedingly doing well, and Nyapohanse is going to rise again. Nyapohanse gonna rise again, and those who think they can bring down the community, the people in it, and team positivity in it are going to, meet their water low. And things are what so fast, becoming and manifesting into the truth and their reality state that they were supposed to be. Yes, so let's just abandon that. Let's dwell more into the reasons of today's content. And like the title has suggested, guys, you see, we all know all these things, toxicity, have tried to what? Take charge of narratives. And they are failing so fast. As they are failing so fast, the only way for them is to push what? Some certain narrative is to speculate some certain things that they are not in alignment with the truth and truth state of affairs. Yes, I've been observing the street lately, and I saw out of Norway the hermaphrodite. You guys, you know who we call hermaphrodite on this channel. The hermaphrodite, the person, the she that claims she's a man, or the he that claims she's a she. A confused state, a confused species, a confused human, a confused someone. And who's that someone that is confused, that does not even know he or she, his or her gender, which is JT podcast. We've seen how this guy has tried in an attempted manipulative way to drive a certain narrative, trying to make Marwa and try to paint Marwa or try to create out of nothing things or stories that they are not existing. Leveraging the non-existing stories just to drive from certain narratives, just to portray Marwa in bad light. We all know in this life, anything that has beginning must have an end. We all know in this life, no matter what, never you overstay your welcome. Yes, even if it is in your father's house. And thank God, luckily, my intelligent and smart, intelligent international followers and subscribers and viewers, you guys are from the first world, the developed countries. You all know this thing. Even if a child is given birth to, once a child attains the age of 18 years old, the child becomes what? Independent. It is not only in Africa, because JT is so what? Inclined into the spirit of dependency. And that is rampant among Africans. So when he said this thing, I was not baffled. When he's trying to frame this narrative, I was not baffled. Because Africans, it is only in Africa. Guys, let me tell you, it is only in Africa. A matured person, the family will be still taking care of him, and he will be still staying in his family house. Yes, Yes, someone like me up to today. Though I like 90% I take care of myself. But my parents, they still felt this kind of entitlement towards taking care of me. Yes, yes. And that's it. It's rampant in Africa. Somebody could even be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, and the person is dependent on the parents, and if the parents are still living and existing. And that is how Africa operates. So he thought Marwa was going to like keep staying, and if Marwa keeps staying in Argentina or living in his in-laws house, you guys will not, you'll be pushing another narrative again. But when the time has come finally for them to kickstart the career of traveling, because we all know Marwa is a traveling commando, crisscrossing the length and breadth of the world, over the world. Yes, when it is time. And Marwa, when they were living, Marwa created a content. He taught the world that they are living, and as they are living, when they are coming next, he doesn't feel as if they and his family, which is his family, his girlfriend, which he prefers to call her wife, Roro, and indeed baby Maisha, they will not come back into um uh the in-laws house again. Marwa said whenever they're in Argentina, it will be appropriate for them to get a new commendation separate, so that at least he is a family man, and let them allow, you know, Roro's parents to enjoy their what? Their later days in this life. They are aged. It is not good for them to be, privacy matters in everything. So at least let there be privacy for not just only Marwa and his own young family, but for the family of Rosho, them also. Because the truth is, you cannot keep depending on somebody. And we've seen that played out. Marwa, this is not the first time. When Marwa came back from his journey, when he decided, oh no, when he succeeded in building for his family, and he gave the family house. We have seen Marwa. Marwa announced Rose some years ago. He said, now it is the time for me to embark on my own journey of becoming my own house owner, of becoming a what? Family person. Because pretty soon, that was back then, guys, he was saying, pretty soon I would love to marry, I would love to get married, and as I would love to get married, I need to have my own place. Even though God Almighty has shown me the grace and opportunity to build for my family, for my immediate parents, so it is good for me to also have a place where my own family that I'll bring into this life will inherit, and they will say this is their own family house, this is their father's house. And Marwa decided to build what? Villa Medellin. So what will you call that? Was he changed from the family house back in Kenya in Nyapohanse, JT podcast? As a dumb person that you are, as an ignorant person that you are. Yes, was he chased? No, Marwa was never chased. So you see, the truth of life is something that does not, or it's not yours. It is good to take charge of your own. It is good to be the owner of your own. And Marwa has decided he shared the world. But you can see this guy was peddling things, twisting narratives, cutting some part of Marwa's speech in the content he created. He was twisting it, trying to make it. And alarmingly or disturbingly, his own intelligent audience, they were there. Very, 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 very alarming and disturbing. So what are you saying? Even if you are a woman, we all know, guys, like I've given an analogy of how, you see somebody in Africa, still living under the care and supervision of the parents. It is only in Africa, those that they receive hit to leave parents' house, those that they receive hit to, go out of their own parents' house and start their own family or start their own house are what? Women. Yes, if you're a woman from Africa, you know what I'm saying. A woman will reach a certain age in Africa when it is time for her to get married, or she has come up age to get married and she's not yet married. You see pressure. You even see her mother telling her, when are you going to get married? When are you going to move out of this house to go and start your own house? When are you going to? And I believe it is a general, something universal law, probably. I'm not saying, because I've not visited the other continent of the world, but I believe it is something universal. They'll be telling woman, go start your own house, start your own this thing. This is the mother will be telling the girl child, this is my own husband's house. So it is high time for you to find a husband, start your own house, build your own house. But you can see this JT, aka hermaphrodite, decided to tell the world and twist the narrative and twist the truth, paint it in a negative way, just trying to create content. Why must you create content with everything? Oh, Rocio Perez are not happy with him. Oh, Rocio Perez, they are not welcoming. At least there was a misunderstanding that happened, and that is why he came out. No, even if nobody tells him anything, moreover, nobody taught him anything. But it is good for Marwa to what? Be independent, even if they are coming back to Argentina once again, because it is wisdom demands that yes, this is his first time of visiting the in-laws in Argentina. So and the partner was pregnant. So it is never out of place for them to stay in a family house, which they have done. But wisdom demands again that on second return, you don't need to. And this is someone that knows what it implies to take ownership of life, what it implies to be independent, what it implies to chart a new course, what it implies to be a better person that stands for himself. You, what are you standing for? What are you doing? Or what have you done? You have done nothing. Instead, you are here busy criticizing, lambasting, saying all manners of things, because you are using the name and the brand in generating views, which later on translate into what? Revenue. And the name Marwa is feeding you, is giving you food. You are wearing clothes, you are buying clothes, you are sitting in some fake studio and you are saying that you are doing podcast. Is this how podcast is done? Podcast is not done. If you are known as JT Podcast, you should be able to what? Set up studio, invite people, even if it is the Marwa you are toxically, you are having bad spotlight on him. You could invite him to your studio for a conversation, an interactive session. You engage him, you ask him the issues the growth you are bearing towards him or you are pushing towards him now. You can invite him, ask him those questions so that he should be able to tell you, enlighten you, educate you if you are finding some areas with gray hairs. But you decided to throw the part of toxicity and you are calling yourself podcast. I wonder which kind of podcast. You are not a podcast. You are an enemy. You are a toxic person. You are a loser, someone that does not understand life. And you are doing everything humanly possible to capitalize, to leverage the name Marwa, to leverage the brand Marwa. And it is unfortunate that you come from the same community. Highly unfortunate. See, this is for you, JT. Someone that you could not comprehend what it implies to stand up for someone from your community, to stand up for someone that is trying so hard to put your community on global map. Yet you are here every day, 247. 5 days, is it 7 days a week, 365 days a year, talking about the person, putting him down, and the person has done you nothing. Because you just failed, or you don't like his guts, or you don't like his personality, or his personality is not resonating enough with the way you believe. So-called you believe that someone with the right personality must possess to wield the innermost influence Marwa is wielding. No, and that is God for you. When God is picking anybody, He doesn't consult, and it doesn't matter if you are a mad person. No. And we have seen, thank God we are from Africa, God has used mad people, yes, to pass out judgment, to pass out, messages that serves communities. Yes, we have seen mad people being used because in their what? Intoxicated state, they speak wisdom, even though they are not in the right frame of mind. But you, what have you done? Nothing, and that is God for you. He doesn't consult, and he will never consult, and he will never share his glory with anybody, and he will choose anybody he has decided to choose. And when he chose, nobody gonna influence it. And any attempt to fight it, you are fighting God. Any attempt to paint it in a different way, you are fighting God, and there shall be a grievous consequences for your misconduct. So the earlier the better. You realize this, the better for you. Bro, it's really wrong. Highly wrong. So stop feeding people with toxicity. Stop feeding people with lies. Stop giving people nonsense. Who taught you? Nothing. Were you in a meeting with Rosho's family? Do you have a private WhatsApp group with Rosho family that they are giving you what you are trying to put across here? And people could not think. Those who are nonsensical, idiotic audience, they could not think. Why? What is the problem with your audience that they should not be able to go to Marwa's channel and consume content directly? Let them get to know. But because they are toxic, there are people that thrive in chaos. There are people that thrive in narcissistic tendencies. So they love what you are doing because misery loves company. And your misery and woes will be compounding. And you people will know no peace. The Marwa you are trying to undermine, the Marwa you are trying to do with nothing. He has put on his traveling, ammo and backpacks. They're traveling the world. The same you were complaining. Oh, he wants to this. He's not happy in Argentina. They are limiting him. They are not this. They are controlling him. That Marwa has never taught you have been controlled or have been limited. No. You cannot dictate his life. He's the owner of his life, and God gave him the life, and he used his instinct to travel the world. And when it is time for him to travel the world, nobody gonna stop him, and it doesn't matter what you are saying. And when what you are saying it coincides with the time that he's traveling, it doesn't mean that it's because of your talk. No. So, even if it is in your own house, you must move. Yes, you must move. And that tells you the progressive mindset of Marwa. He's not a dependent person like you. He's not a termite. He's not a list like you that feeds on other people parasitically. You're a parasite because you are feeding on him. And yet you have the temerity, the courage, the guts to be peddling rumors and sell all manners of things. And as a loser that you are, without Marwa, you cannot. Have you seen Marwa, reacting on anybody? Have you seen Marwa trash talking or talking down on anybody? Instead, he is creating, he is producing while you are consuming, yet you are lacing the byproduct of Marwa with lies. And you think you bring him down? No! He will be excelling, elevating, moving, growing, throttling the world while you are seated in a confined state of what? Corner. Spin nonsense. Saying you are reacting. Saying you are doing podcasts. Which manner of podcast? Which manner of reaction? Nothing you have, and you possess nothing. So guys, this is how this guy, they are trying to, play the catch up, trying to say the narratives, and it has failed. You guys will continue failing. Yes, no way. You cannot, and you will never set the agenda. The agenda belongs to Marwa, it belongs to Team Positivity, and they are in driver's seat. They are straightening the steering and they are moving the car to the permanent junction and location. The mobility, the locomotion is on high speed, and whoever stands on our way, we're gonna crush you. because we are God's anointed. We are God's choosing. Marwa is God's choosing. So that is just it. Guys, I decided to create this content to educate the hermaphrodite, aka JT podcast, the nonsense Nyabohanse guy who sees nothing in people or in his own people, rather always toxicity, spread nonsense. So Marwa was never chased, and Marwa can never be chased. They love him, he loves them, and that was the rumor you will be peddling, and there's nothing about it. Wonderful guys. So nice one. See us again.